Hey guys, Michael from Copper vs Glass, and in this super nondescript box we have the Arc Pulse for the iPhone 16 Pro. Now this is probably one of, if not the most minimal cases that you can get, and it's a pretty viral case at that. You've probably seen some stuff about it on your feed somewhere along the line, and in today's video we're going to be taking a first look, impression and overall review to see if it is any good. Let's take a look. Okay, so here we have the Arc Pulse. Now, as you can see here, their mantra is feel your phone, because the whole point of this case is to really experience the natural feel of the iPhone without any sort of bulky case being in the way. Now, they've got a ton of different color options and a ton of different price points, ranging from around $69 all the way up to just under $300 for the ultimate in minimal cases. And the version that I have here is the aluminium in polished silver for around $90. Now in the box, all you're going to be getting is the case itself, well, the bumper. There's no sort of screen protector or anything like that involved, which would have been nice to see, although they do sell one separately. Now, if you're not a fan of fingerprints, the polished silver model isn't going to be the best option with its mirror-like finish, picking up every single fingerprint. Now on the inside you do have the rubber insert, and that's what basically holds the bumper case to the phone itself, just basically using friction. It's a tight fit, so it's going to stay on there, and we'll see exactly how that goes once we get the case all installed onto my iPhone 16 Pro. You've then got the top section here with a little bit of a peeper insert as well, just with a little bit of information with regards to Arc. So again, you've got feel your phone, a little bit around the back with regards to the 2-year warranty, which is pretty good in my opinion, and a little bit more info in regards to socials on the inside, and also some info about this particular case. So you've got aerospace grade aluminium, protecting where it matters, and also style without compromise, basically allowing you to just see your iPhone without any bulky case being in the way. You then have the top section of the case just here, which has the camera protection and some very minimal Arc branding as well. And again, this section here goes all around the camera housing of the iPhone 16 Pro, so hopefully offering some drop protection if it is going to go backside down. You've then got the rubber insert on the inside of here once again, and in general, the actual case itself, or the bumper side of things, is also super light. It comes in at less than 10% of the weight of the iPhone 16 Pro, so you're not really going to notice that it's on the device at all, while it still offers protection. But again, you are also going to get fingerprints on this top section as well, but in general, this is the case in quotations. This is what you're going to be working with once it's actually on the device, just a top and bottom section. So what we're going to do now is actually get my iPhone 16 Pro and put the case on to see the fit side of things. Now, like I mentioned, the way that it works is you basically just have to push it on the bottom side of things and then do the same with the top, and it just goes on there due to how tight the rubber gasket is on the inside of things. And I'll be honest with you guys, it actually is a very nice, tight, secure fit. Once it's on there, it doesn't really feel like it's going to go anywhere whatsoever, and actually a little bit later on in the video we'll see me taking it off of the phone, and it's a little bit of a struggle to get it off. So it's a pretty good case in terms of the overall fit and finish once it's on there. For the top section, the way that I always do this is the actual camera housing fits nicely in the camera circle just here, and then you just want to do that top corner and then move it over and do this section with the Arc branding as the very last section that you push down, and again push everything down nice and secure, and you're pretty much set and ready to go. And then this is what we're left with, and I actually think that the white titanium iPhone goes super nicely here with this super polished silver. However, if you do have a darker iPhone or a different color one, they've got other options available like I mentioned at the start of the video. But in general, it feels good. All of your sides are going to be exposed, the front side of things, back side is all going to be completely exposed, so it does feel a little bit strange having your phone with no case on there based on how expensive phones are these days. But as you can see, we do also have a ton of protection around the back side of things here for the camera housing. It is going to be completely covered, it is going to have a nice layer on the back design as well, so if you are placing it backside down, you're going to have a ton of protection there, so your camera is actually going to be pretty protected. Now you've then got these super protective corner bumpers here as well, and that's pretty much where most of the protection is going to be coming into it on each individual corner of your iPhone. Now don't get me wrong, it's a little bit strange having the top, bottom and the side section exposed, but the actual bumper case does come up enough, meaning that if you are going to be dropping it on this particular section, unless you're dropping it right on this very edge on a curb for example, then it's still going to be pretty protected. Kind of like a lay on the table for the front of the phone with any normal case, it's similar in regards to it kind of just comes up a little bit just to give it enough protection. Down the bottom there you can see this bottom piece, and again you've got a complete cutout in regards to the USB-C speaker side of things, so no issue at all with any of the USB-C cables with regards to the charging side of it. And also the way that the bumpers work on each individual corner as well means that it does also come up over the screen. Now it's not going to impact any screen protectors, I do have one on here at the moment and it works completely fine, but again in regards to that lay on the table design face side down, you're not going to have any issues. And again, just taking a look at it from the side here, you've got that back protection for the camera and also the front protection there for the lay on the table side of things. So yes, it's a very minimal case and it doesn't really cover much of your iPhone, but it feels pretty darn good in the hand. Now obviously the great thing about the iPhone, or just in general phones in general these days, whether it's the newest from Samsung, the Google Pixel, whatever it may be, the phones are made extremely well. They've got metal, glass, they feel very premium, but a lot of the time we just cover them up in a nice rubber case, which doesn't really do any justice. So this is a pretty good option if you still want to show off the design. Now with regards to actually getting the case off, like I mentioned, it's a little bit hard to do. So normally, as you can see, when you put pressure on your thumb, for example, it changes color. So you can see here, just when I'm trying to get the actual case off, just how much pressure I actually have to put on it in regards to getting it off. You actually kind of have to move it around a little bit and shimmy it about. So once it's actually on there, I don't think it's going to be going anywhere at all. And again, because it's metal, I dented my thumb a little bit, but hey ho, it's nice and easy to do. Case comes off very nicely, and also once it's on there, it is not going anywhere at all. So again, it's not necessarily a case as such, but I also don't think it's coming off the phone anytime soon. Now because you don't have the back covering either, what it does also mean is it dissipates heat pretty well as well. So if you're going to be playing mobile games, for example, for a long period of time, it's actually going to do a better job at cooling down the phone compared to if you've got a big bulky case on there. Now of course I'm not going to be going over the buttons because again they are completely exposed, but that does also mean is the camera control button has no interference whatsoever. There's no cutout, no covering, so again you're just touching the raw camera button, so the camera experience is pretty good overall. And then of course we get onto the MagSafe side of things. Now you do have a slight lip at the bottom here of this particular case because you've got that bottom section on there, so unfortunately it does actually impact quite a lot of MagSafe accessories. Even if you've got a car mount or a bedside nightstand, for example, sometimes it doesn't always go on as it should do. And again, the Apple MagSafe wallet that I've got here, prime example, because of that bottom section, it doesn't attach to the magnets whatsoever. So in regards to your MagSafe accessories, it's going to be a little bit hit and miss. If you've got anything that goes on the back, like a wallet or a battery bank or a stand or anything like that, then unfortunately this case is pretty much going to be a no-go. However, if you've got any MagSafe chargers, for example, it is going to depend on the charger because you do also have the bit that comes down from the camera housing at the very top there as well, which does impact the fit and finish of some of those MagSafe chargers as well, because you don't have a completely flat back where the magnets can be, unfortunately. But it still does a pretty good job of the protection side of things, which I think is the whole point of a minimal case like this. And also keep in mind that because this is the smallest of the iPhone 16 Pro range, if you do have a Pro Max, for example, I don't think MagSafe is going to have any issues whatsoever. But the ultimate question here is this case or bumper or kind of minimal protection actually worth it when you take into consideration the overall price side of things and also the fact that it loses some functionality with MagSafe on the smaller models? Well, I'm actually a little bit torn when it comes to this particular case. Don't get me wrong, it looks amazing and it feels great actually holding your normal iPhone with basically no case on there whatsoever, but again, price-wise, if you're looking at the $69 option, then it's not too bad. However, if you're going to be stepping up the price or changing the color to silver, gold, or even the titanium model, I think anything over $100 isn't necessarily worth it when you take into account what you can get for some cheaper options that is a full cover case, but then that kind of takes away from the minimal factor of it. So I guess I'll leave you with this. If you're looking for the most minimal premium case for the iPhone 16 Pro or other devices, then the Arc Pulse is the best option available. However, if you think at any point you're going to be dropping your device or that you want a little bit more when it comes to protection, or you use a ton of MagSafe accessories, then maybe there are some better options out there. However, like me, if you're super minimal and you do like this sort of design, I've never seen a better option than the Arc Pulse. Now, I know that this case is going to divide some people, so of course, let me know in the comment section down below what you think of this particular case. Or just in general, if you've got some other options for super minimal cases, again, let me know in the comment section down below. If you did enjoy this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up down there as well. And also, while you are down there, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and also turn on your notifications so you're notified anytime I post a new video here in the future. I'm Michael from Copper vs Glass. Thanks very much for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next video.